Welcome back, everybody. If you've ever had a child go to the hospital and they've ever needed any medical help, we have got a great guest for you. You'll want to learn about her. She is a child life specialist.
Yeah, and she's here with Trinity Mother Frances to find out how they can help children. Good morning.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Now, before you came on the show, I've never really heard of a child life specialist, but looking into it, I was seeing how important it was to have that as a resource at Trinity Mother Frances. Will you tell us what you guys do for people?
Yes, a child life specialist, we have a really strong background in child development, and so when we go into the hospital, we recognize that hospital can often be a foreign world to a child, and so my really main focus all day long is helping them be able to process this new world that they're in and all the new language and new machines and new procedures that can often be scary for kids. And so really my focus is just to help decrease their stress and increase their understanding while they're at the hospital.
Sure, I mean, when you're in the hospital, it gets crazy. As an adult, you tend to have so many to-do lists, so much, you know, you got to keep busy, and you kind of forget by accident how they're feeling. But how has this helped people, or children in particular, help cope with the hospital environment, as crazy as it can be?
Yes, well, one of the first things that I do is just really help their environment feel a little more like home and a little less stressful. And so we have a playroom at Trinity Mother Frances that has lots of toys in it, and so a lot of times it's just as simple as bringing that child something that they love to play with, and it's amazing to see how they just kind of light up and kind of calm a little down. But also, even with those toys, there's still things in the hospital that they go through that they don't particularly like, and so my job is to help explain to them in language that makes sense, or a lot of times I utilize dolls and different kind of medical play so that they can understand what's going to happen to them. And then a lot of times I'm also able to stay with them through procedures and support them utilizing our iPad or bubbles or just a calming, reassuring voice to kind of help them get through what can be difficult.
Well, it sounds like for me, I wish I was a kid again, because that sounds like the perfect place to be. It would sound like, it used to feel like home when you had, you know, your stuffed animal and like a friend like that. What age range are you looking at when you're talking about child services?
Right, well, we actually work with anywhere from 0 to 18, and so obviously my approach will be different for a 5-year-old than it is to a 17-year-old.
Right.
But just really assessing what they need. Do they need a lot of play? Do they just need someone to advocate for their privacy? Do they need someone just to know that this is what's going to happen so there's no surprises? And I work with an incredible group of nurses at Trinity Mother Frances, and so it's really great to partner together, and if I don't know the answer, then I can definitely find out for them who might. So.
Now, is this an additional cost to the hospital bill, or is this complimentary, or how does this work out with terms of services at Trinity Mother Frances?
Yes, well, our services, child life services, are completely free to families, and so I definitely want them to know that anything that we do is by no means at cost to them, and my position and all of the funding that I receive is completely through Children's Miracle Network. And so for all of the families out there who have supported Children's Miracle Network, their cost is really being used in practical, tangible ways. And so for me to be able to do what I do, I really appreciate the funds.
Yeah, I'm sure it's mutually beneficial as well. Now, a lot of people, you know, they don't know when they're going to go to the hospital. So is there a way that we could sign up before and make sure, like, just in case anything happens, we will be on that list?
Well, it's not as much as a list as just right now I'm primarily in the pediatric unit, but I also take consults from other units. And so if you know if your child's going to have a procedure in radiology, or even children of adult patients, if there's a parent or grandparent that is ill and just needs some extra understanding of those things, that just to ask if you can speak to a child life specialist, and your nurses will know how to contact me.
Yes, definitely call Trinity Mother Frances, and Aaron Ashley Yorn will be standing by as well. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.